So I'm smoking a Carlos Torano. Incidentally, my name is Carlos Torano. I'm drinking a little Leger as well, because I'm a Leger connoisseur. People say whiskey goes well with unlit cigars. I say beer goes well with lit cigars. That's the spot. The property market here, it's a real bummer. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to get around. Costs you a lot of money. You cannot find anything good. You have to share houses with strange people. From time to time you find a gem. That's what happens in the market. I'm actually going to lit this cigar because I do enjoy smoking. Carlos Torano. It's an original Carlos Torano, as you can see. Yeah. Is it lit? You know, it's the market stuff. Some people say no one cares about the odds here, but they do. In that some people like the idea of definite fucking wet. Let me explain to you a few things about definite fucking. To say that I'm an expert in that realm would be an understatement. I am the person who came up with a theory and the exposition of principles that relate to definite fucking. Let me illustrate the example with an example. Say you're on a night out, you're feeling fresh, you're feeling high, you're feeling good, you're looking good. You see a chica. Some might call her a chica, some might call her a chicklet, some might call her a niglet. Point is, some let. See how that relates to my property analogy. Letting, a niglet, chicklet. You come up to her, you schmooze her, you say a few beautiful things. You light up a Carlos Torano. You are Carlos Torano. She's digging it. She's buying what you're selling because she is willing to buy what you're selling, and you are willing to sell what you're buying. Point is, you're offering, she's accepting. Legal lesson 101: offer and acceptance. Next, what happens is you get slightly more sexual. You get slightly more physical. You get in that dance yurt, and then you think, how do I get into that yurt of hers? A yurt. Quite hard to rent out on London property market, actually. I was actually thinking of setting up a real estate agency that specialises only in yurt. Yurt is an ancient tent. Yurts. So you're trying to get in that proverbial yurt of hers. She whispers in your ear saying, Carlos Torano, I want you, and I want you right now. Here's the problem, you don't have that fucking yurt. So she ain't gonna fuck you. You think it was a definite. You thought there was a definite fuck. But without a yurt, nothing's definite. Everything's an accident, if anything. You have two options here. You can continue down that fool's paradise, or you can listen to Carlos Torano and learn about the art of definite fucking. And here's how you get definite fucking implemented with 3 easy steps. First one is get yourself a yurt. No matter what, you get yourself a yurt. But owning a yurt is not enough, to assent to the proposition of definite fucking. What you need is a grand bargain. A lot of people do the grand bargain by calling up a hotline saying, £100 for an hour, no jimmies, no rubbers. She says, I'll do it for 150. Then you reply, that's not what Carlos Torano is all about. Carlos Torano doesn't allow things happen to him with no rubbers. Carlos Torano makes sure it happens to him with no rubbers. The difference is subtle, but of major importance here. And how are you going to recoup the costs of getting a yurt? Okay, so you listen carefully. I'm drinking a Żywiec. It means alive. It's got a perfect balance of bitterness and that Carlos Torano quality. If you take a picture of your yurt, no iPhone picture's gonna do it. It cannot be some shoddy quality. It's sort of the same way you expect. I mean, if a chicklet sends you a vibe on a Viber app, it's gotta be, not pixelated. Things are changing nowadays, let me tell you. That's another thing. It's 21st century. There used to be a fine line between vagina and dick. Nowadays, it's all pixelated, okay? It ain't so fine. It's a fucking rough line. That applies 2 ways. That means take the right pictures of your yurt. Take them from different angles. Consider what's inviting nowadays. Because apparently it's a make or break for people who have microwaves and people who don't have microwaves. So make sure your yurt picture does contain a picture of a microwave and make it a good one. So you take those pictures, you blast them to Craigslist. But here's what you have to do: you have to lure people in. Don't write in a bold text that you're selling your yurt on a monthly lease for straight fucking. That's not inviting. That's not alluring. There's a reason why a lure is called lure, because it's supposed to allure. Carlos Torano is in the business of alluring at first, and only then, if you allure, you convert it to definite fucking. So your title has to be logical, okay? It has to make sense. It has to say a yurt for revolving lease. Remember that. The term is revolving. You don't want to be locked into one definite fucking arrangement. You have to be always on the pull. You have to always upgrade. Things happen. Accusations get easily thrown that shouldn't be, but you have to adapt. And that's what revolving lease allows you. You have to lowball them. You have to say something like 50 quid a month. You have to think to yourself, who's going to say no to that? 50 quid for a yurt in central London. £50. People pay thousands for that in Glastonbury. In central London. Doesn't get better than that. 50 quid. I mean, fuck, if I could, I'll fuck myself. That's how good this deal is. Maybe I should. Maybe that's the completion of Carlos Torano fucking himself. So they click on that hyperlink, yeah? And they have to like what they see. That is why the first picture is all about shock and awe. Which angle, which picture represents my yurt as an executive suite yurt? Takes a little handiwork with your camera. Hook, line and sinker is the next picture. Okay, the next picture is very simple. It's gonna convert on that shock and awe, and it's gonna make people understand the sort of definite fucking what it is, what a grand bargain it is. You put a picture of your dick, preferably erect. I know some of my listeners might struggle with that. It's hard to be in the zone all the fucking time. Does Kobe Bryant hit every three-pointer from downtown? I don't think so. He doesn't. So next time a Nicholas or a Chiquita or a Chiclet says something like that to you, just mention my boy Kobe. He's not converting all the time. She's going to see that pic of your dick, and that pic of your dick is going to speak volume. It's going to speak volume because, first of all, it's supposed to be voluminous, and also it sends a very powerful message. It sends, you can live in my yurt for 50 quid a month in central London if you decide to be definite fucking me on a regular basis. Now, of course, the closer here is after you meet up with a suitable chiclet, you have to lay down the rules. It cannot be that she labours under the misapprehension of, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck him once or twice a month. Or maybe I'll fuck him once Thanksgiving, once Good Friday. It's not gonna happen. Keep it on the reg. Definite fucking on the reg. See, the reg is superfluous. It is implicit and also works in tandem with the idea of definite fucking. So you have to lay down the groundwork. It has to be at very specific, strict times on a regular basis. Some of you chiglets who are listening to this might turn and say, yeah, but I'd rather pay 120 from time to time, no Jimmy, but at least I have variety. At least I enjoy the process. It's the process of unknown. What happens if she's got HIV? A good point, well made. But consider this. You're forgetting about the grand implication of revolving monthly lease. Tell me, is there a chiclet out there you wouldn't mind fucking on a rag for a month? There's so many orifices you have to explore. I mean, I'm an easy lover and I'm a slow lover. I appreciate the process and I savor it. So give me a month and I'll take a mile. And that's the beauty, because sometimes, say you got a bout of gout, third weekend, you cannot continue with the regular schedule. So you can easily then say, oh, let's have another month. Let my gout, heal the gout. Let the gout be. But that's the beauty of a revolving contract. Any possibility, it happens. Kennedy. A bad childhood for starters, but I am largely deformed. Stay true to yourself. Realise that it's a market out there. There's a buyer's market, there's a seller's market. Things unfortunately are turning towards it being a seller's market. Just have to up your game, I suppose. And never put a chicklet on pedestal. Still a fucking castrated little man with your figurines and your Xbox Live subscriptions. So be wary of that as well. Hope you understand what definite fucking is all about. apply it at your own peril, yeah. Keep fucking.